Good afternoon, everybody. Know Nothing Cook coming to you from the Know Nothing Kitchen, as always. Anyways, today, too many thoughts going through my head. Too many for a brain this small. But anyways, we're going to try to make stuffed pork chops. In my younger day, during my misunderstood life, I always said I never met a pig I didn't love. But that's what I meant. Easy out there, all you people misunderstanding me. Anyways, I did once stuffed pork chops with apple chutney. Oh, and it was delicious, to say the most. Today, sitting around thinking, and I said, you know what? Let's see if we can give this a Mexican twist. So, I have 2 pork chops. We're going to cut them open, stuff them with Pepperidge Farm herb seasoned cube stuffing. And even though it's already herb seasoned, I'm still going to use a carrot that I shaved off. Give the rest to my buddy Samson. Some celery. Half an onion. The celery and the onion, one stalk about this long, diced up small into small pieces. And some stuffed manzanilla olives. I'm not sure if I think they're Spanish, but that's close enough. And then I was going to use these, the hot chili ones, but I ended up eating most of them, and I'm not done eating them, so they're not getting used. And let's see, then we're going to stuff it with, no, that's the stuffing, the bread stuffing. Then over the pork chop, we're going to put a little of this Cotija Molido, and that's dry Mexican cheese, although I don't think it's going to melt. So I also got the 4 cheese Mexican blend that I'll sprinkle some of this on. I'll put this over it, so when we put it in the oven, it'll melt. And I have some Pablano sauce here that I'm going to lay on top of the pork chops also. So I think that's where the Mexican comes from. I hope. And then we're going to do some rice. I thought I had Mexican rice. I probably do. I just can't find it in this neatly mess I have here. But I got the Tex Mate, and it has Tex in it. So I figured Tex must mean it's from Texas. Texas, just north of the border. So it's got to be a little bit of Mexican influence into it. So I'm going to do this the way I do my arborio. It's awfully small. I don't know how it's going to work out. In here it just tells you to put it in water and boil it and whatever, but I only make rice one way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up, maybe dice up the rest of this onion. I have a little bit of green pepper, yellow pepper, and orange pepper that we're going to add to it for color. And I think they're Mexican too, because Mexicans like their peppers. I think they do. And then the kicker we're going to season the rice with is Sazon Goya, unique seasoning with cilantro and achiote, coriander and annatto it is. But I've used this in that Mexican soup I made, the corn soup. I forget what it was called. I think it's got it in here somewhere. But anyways, I'm going to flavor the rice with this when it's cooking. But we'll show you all that hopefully when we're there. And we're going to use some vegetable broth to season the rice with. And put in the, after I sear the meat and stuff, and I stuff it and I put it in the oven, we'll use a little bit of this. Then we get everything, a little salt and pepper, but that's your call. And let me get the breadcrumbs in the bowl and moisten them up, and we'll be back. Okay, excuse me. Got the stuffing. I took a couple of maybe one handful I should say. There's only 2 pork chops. and about a half a cup of milk to a cup of milk. Didn't really measure. Put it in there, let it soak for about 15 minutes or so, and then I added the carrots, celery, onion, olives, and then I took and I sprinkled some of the Cotija Molido on there, because this is grated. I don't think it's going to melt. Probably a Mexican version of Italian macaroni cheese. I tasted it. It's delicious. So I added that into the stuffing. And let me show you what it looks like. I mixed it with my hand, obviously. And there you go. The yellow peppers and this, as you can see back here, that's for the rice. Let me get, what I'm going to do now is, here I have the one I slit. Get a nice little pocket right there. And then I'll stuff that in there. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fry these up first. I kind of screwed up there. But that's because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, I'm going to fry these first. Sear them on both sides. Give them a good searing. I don't know how long on each side. Till they're nice and brown. Medium-high heat on cast iron plate. And then I'll stuff them. And then I will put them in the oven at about 375 for a half hour probably. Salt and pepper them up. I didn't add any salt and pepper to this because I'll be salt and pepper in this. And the cheese has probably got salt on it. And there's going to be cheese in there. And let me take you to the next step here. Okay, getting started here. In here I have about maybe 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, tablespoon of butter. Starting to smoke. We're going to add a cup of rice. You know how much this pot may not be big enough. But then again, this isn't risotto. This is rice. It may not, excuse me, but I'm going to stir this around, toast it up, and then I will add vegetable broth. You can add anything, chicken broth if you want, any type, excuse me, broth to cover. And then I'll bring it to, let it absorb, bring it to a boil, let it absorb, and when it absorbs, I'll add it more. Now here I have a quart. I don't think I'm going to use this whole quart. Probably going to use half, and then the rest will go in with the, because this isn't risotto. It doesn't look like it's as thick as risotto fat, so I don't think it's going to need as much water. Excuse me. And let me do this, but that's the object behind it. You've seen me do this before. You know I love cooking risotto. I got the mentality for it. Now while the rice is doing its thing, we're going to throw the pork chop. Oh, listen to that. And you know what? Between the aroma from the rice and this, oh boy, this is going to be the place to be. I guarantee it. Let me salt and pepper these and we'll show you in a minute what they look like. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oops, I was just going to make a statement. Oh, cast iron doesn't stick. And they kind of stuck there. Oh, golden brown, delicious. Don't you just want to stick your teeth into them right now? But patience, people, patience. Gotta get them cooked a little bit longer. Remember, patience is a virtue. And then over here, as you see, the rice is cooking. Now, this will absorb, and this will absorb the broth. And we'll do one more, and we'll show you what that looks like. Just so you know, this is our number 4 on a scale of 10. So I guess you would say it's like a medium to medium-low heat. And it's boiling. Cast iron, I just think it's nice and hot. Cooks wonderfully. And it'll boil down and we'll add more. Are you getting hungry yet? Both sides seared, ready for stuffing. I would say, I didn't really look, but probably 6 minutes per side on that. On the high burner, right at medium-high heat. Turn that off, and we're going to get those drippings in a little bit. Okay, add the can culantro y achiote seasoning. Give it a good stir. Now this just went from Texas rice, I guess. Tex something. I forget what I called it. Give it a good stir. There should be enough in one package. This rice is delicious, by the way. And then we're going to add the yellow and orange peppers to this. And then we'll let it sit and turn into, hopefully, the best rice you've tasted since the last time. And I think I'm going to put that gravy in there with the meat. Cook it together. We'll see. We'll let you know. Okay. I forgot to add the green pepper. Shame, shame, shame. But I did want to add a Sorrento, but I was going to get yelled at if I put a Sorrento in here. Or a jalapeno, which I wanted, that was the green pepper I wanted, because I didn't want too much sweet. So I lost, I know I didn't lose. I know what would happen. So anyways, but if you were to make this and you like it a little spicier, sort of like I would want it, I would slice up, along with the peppers, I would put in a Sorrento or a jalapeno, depending on whatever flavor or heatness that you like. But here we're going to cover it, let it stew till it's time to eat. There's the pork chops that I put in about a cup of the vegetable broth in there. And we're going to throw that in the oven at 375 for about a half hour. Then I'm going to cover it, by the way. Okay, this is the 15-minute mark. So I'm going to add, I think, the Pablano. The Pablano. I guess the paste this is called. And then we're going to top this with the cheese. Now remember, the Cotija cheese is in the what's it called? The stuffing. So we're not going to add any here. And then this will go back in for another 15 minutes. The question is, do I cover it or leave it uncovered? I think we're going to leave it uncovered so the cheese browns. And hopefully it's not a mistake, or I should cover it for 10 minutes and then take it off for the last 5. I don't know. But anyways, let me throw it back in the oven. 15. Absolutely delicious. I don't know if it was true Mexican or not, but that poblano paste that I put over them with the cheese gave it such a good taste. Boy, it was delicious. I gotta be saying proud of myself on this. But Bongo's very, 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 very happy. Not bad for shooting from the hip. We did good on this one. I thank you for your review. Any comments, suggestions? Because it might not have been totally Mexican. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. But thank you. And until next time, this is a Know Nothing Cook. Appreciating all your reviews very much, and comments. So, oh, by the way, all the extra peppers and carrots and celery and stuff, they didn't go to waste. Samson, just come here, buddy. Come here. He's wagging his tail. Was that good? Here, say, tell him if it was good or not. Show him wagging your tail. Was that delicious? Yeah, Dad, it was delicious. All right, people. Thank you. Later.